So guys, I have just finished up my session at Dedicated. We are a week out tomorrow from Big Man Weekend. I'm not gonna lie, tonight was one of those nights when I literally pulled up to the gym and I thought like I could just carry on driving and not go. It was literally, I'm just like so tired and I feel very run down. I just had one of those days where I just felt like crying and I didn't know why. Like, we all have them. I'm not like sad. I think I've just been in a weird place this week with like coming back from such a lovely weekend and just a few things sort of going on, and yeah, my head just feels really full. And yeah, I don't know, I just wasn't in the greatest headspace, so I took some time out and I've been to see my family today, which was lovely, and then I was like, right, I'll train, do my cardio on the way home, and yeah, I was just like pulled up and I was like, oh, like I'm just not in the mood. Like, you're not always going to be motivated, and you'd think like a week out from a show you'd be like, yeah, come on, like raring to go, but sometimes you're just not, and that's okay. Like, you're not always going to be like raring to go all the time, but that's when discipline comes in. That is like, you're not always going to love it 100% of the time, and you've just got to be disciplined. And so obviously I pulled into the gym and I did my session. Granted, it was not the best session in the world, but I got it done, and that is the main thing. We just did some glutes, and then I just did some posing practice on the end as well. I'm so bloated today. Like, I don't know why my stomach is like sore and big. I think it is just because I've had quite a lot of like artificial drinks and stuff, like sweeteners and stuff like that, and it catches up with me from time to time. So it has been like really sore, which is like, I hate that then, because then I go to pose and you just can't pose properly because you just can't pull your stomach in, and it hurts, and you can't twist and contortion when you can't pull your stomach in. So it just makes you feel really like, what is wrong with me? But yeah, you just got to think of the bigger picture. Like, you know why? It's because your stomach is like a football. So yeah, just continuing obviously to get my posing practice in all the time, like every day, even if it's just like 10 minutes a day, guys. And you just don't want to go on stage feeling alien. Like, you just need to practice it all the time, no matter how familiar you are, how, you know, fine you think you are with the poses. Like, seriously, just practice all the time. So anyway, I wanted to speak to you guys about something that has just been on my mind like this week. It was following a post, I think like on a story from Emma Hyman, and she was talking about expecting to win a show, and I just completely agreed with her, and I've just been thinking about like little things after that. So what Emma was saying is that like there's a lot of people now, and like I definitely agree, that are prepping for their first show and going in expecting to win, and I think I feel like I'm seeing like so much more of it. Like, people are like, obviously everyone goes to win, you don't go to not win, like that, it's a competitive sport, but people being genuinely like really offended and really gutted, like when they're like, I didn't win. Like, you can't go into every show expecting to win, especially not when you're just starting out. There's a lot of people that are thinking like, oh, I put in the graft, I put in the hard work, I prep my ass off, and I should win. Like, I remember like in my the first years that I was competing, I remember like not placing how I wanted, or placing like third and second, and then, you know, slightly out of the top three. And I remember my nan saying like, but you work so hard, and I was like, but everybody else on that stage has worked just as hard. Like, everybody has done what you've done. It's whether your package is the best in that lineup on the day. Like, everybody's grafted, so like, does everybody deserve to win? Well, probably, yeah, like everyone's worked their ass off, but we're judged on aesthetics and we are compared, and at the end of the day, it's if your best is the best on that stage on the day. And to be fair, like, if you're going into every show just for the win, especially when you're just starting out, like, it's a little bit different when you kind of like, you wanting to, you know, you're at that elite level and you wanted to try and sort of make a career out of it and things like that. Like, that's a little bit different. But if you're just starting out and it's like just a goal that you've had to compete and things, and you're just wanting wins and placings, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, you need to find the fire and the passion of competing, that is just that you enjoy challenging yourself, pushing yourself, taking on feedback, getting better, refining your package. And if you carry on taking on feedback, tweaking your package, literally listening to like what the judges have got to say, you know, getting better in every aspect, from like your training, like your package, your presentation, you will get there. If you're doing it for the right reasons, like you're passionate and things like that. If you're just kind of going through the motions expecting to place, like that's when you're going to fall short. And you know, if you are just in it for the win, not for the journey, like this sport is a marathon and not a sprint, absolutely. So if you're just in it for the win, you need to find another sport. You've got to enjoy and love that push and that drive. You know, a seasoned competitor will tell you that they know when it's time to kind of like come off prep or give themselves a break when that fire burns out. So you've got to have that fire there initially to keep it burning. Because, you know, and I know from experience, and a lot of people will tell you, that your best package that might get you the win one week might place you out of the top 3 the next. Like we've all been there. And you just can't call that. It depends on what the judges are looking for, who the judges are, and who else is on that stage with you. Like your best may not be the best on that stage, and it completely depends who turns up, and that's completely out of your control. You know, I remember one of my PCA shows actually, it was a male physique guy came off, and his whole family was there, like cousins, brothers, nans, granddads. Like it was insane. Like he had so much support there, it was amazing. And I was like, oh my god, like so many people battle with like acceptance from family and things like that, and you've got all this support. Like, and he came off, I think he placed 2nd or 3rd, and his whole family like were roaring, like, oh my god, like they were so happy for him. And he literally threw his trophy and his medal down and was like, yeah, it's not first though, and just wouldn't have photos with his family or anything. And I was like, wow, oh my god, wow, like that is just an ugly sight to see. Like, yeah, like you kind of go, oh, you know, I really wanted the first place, or, but you know, you look at the times when I haven't won, I've looked at that other lineup and been like, oh my god, like she was banging, like shame I didn't win, but I am happy to have lost to her, or I'm, you know, I wish I had the glutes that she did, or whatever. Like you understand and you look at the bigger picture, and you know, it's nice to be rewarded for what you show. And if that's a 2nd place trophy, like that's still awesome. Like you were recognized, like especially in your first show, to be recognized straight away. Like, but yeah, I just, it's a sad sight to see, especially when it's like first shows and things. Like you should be celebrating getting to that stage, and then you go from there based on your feedback. Like it's just a bit of a shame. And you know, it's literally taken me 3 full seasons. I've done like 12 shows now, 12 shows, 3 seasons across 4 years to flat out win a show. Like this is I've come second loads of times, I've pretty much always placed in the top 3, but to get that win, that only happened this year. I won 2 shows this year, and it's taken me that long. It's taken me that long of just about to get there, kind of like, you know, one place off, taking on feedback, being constructive, you know, and always refining and thinking what I can do better, and being determined to bring my best. That then got me those first places. And I can tell you now, when you do get those first places after years of tweaking and refining and coming up through the ranks, that first place tastes so much sweeter to know that you've worked your ass off for it. And it doesn't mean that like you didn't bring your best on other occasions. It just means that like that was your stage, and it's a nice feeling, and it's such a nice feeling to finally get it. And it's humbling, it's lovely. And then from that, and from the past experience, like I will not ever go to any show expecting to place, because you do not know. You could be in the best shape of your life, like flat out best shape of your life. Like this year, people were like, you look insane, and like their version of insane may not be what your version of insane is, or what the judge's version of insane is. And you do not know how many other girls, or who out of all those other girls is going to turn up on that day and mean that you don't win or don't place. So you cannot go into a show and expect to win or place. And I don't and will never go into a show expecting anything, because you've got to judge each show completely differently. And seasoned athletes will know, like, if someone doesn't win, it, you know, an experienced athlete can look at those results and be like, that doesn't mean she's crap, he or she is crap. Like, it doesn't mean that. Like, it just means that that wasn't their day, or that someone else on that day was better. Like, and yeah, that definitely I think comes with experience and being able to accept that. And so yeah, it's nice to go in, and it pushes you to bring your best or every time, and to be better every time, to take on that feedback and to make those improvements, because that's what's going to get noticed. And to be honest, the successful athletes are those people that do take the feedback and work up and push through those harder times. They're the ones that are respected. You want to see that graft, you want to see that hard work, because it is hard, it is difficult, and it's not just the prep that makes it difficult, it's everything else. And it's bringing your best and knowing that it might still not be good enough, and accepting that. So yeah, just a few thoughts that are on my mind. I would love to know what you think. You know, how did you fare in your first shows? Did you win your first show? You know, if you did, great, but don't expect it every time. Like, you've got to take every single show as it comes. You know, I'd love to hear your feedback. Did you place well at your first show? You know, what mentality do you take when going into shows? What works for you? Just comment below. Let me know what you think. I've finished rambling. I'm going to follow this video with some leg day footage from, I think it was like nearly 3 weeks out now. Sorry guys, my phone has gone AWOL. Yeah, nearly 3 weeks out. But I've just found the footage and I forgot to upload it, so I'm going to leave it here. Hope you enjoy. Little training video, something a little bit different. Let me know what you think. Probably when you next see me, it will be, well, it definitely will be peak week, because it's peak week tomorrow. And I'm probably going to get some footage of things I'm going to be packing for Benidorm next week. And if you have any questions, I will be doing a couples Q&A with my other half whilst we're in Benidorm. So anything bikini, bodybuilding related, drop me a comment below, or drop me an email, or you can obviously DM me as well. So yeah, stay focused and extra sparkly, guys. We got this. We hold me tight and not let go. Feeling, 'cause I've been hearing symphony.